Hello and welcome to Reedeckulous Magic Show. We are here playing some Scions in Modern. And let's see, we've got a one-lander and a bunch of expensive cards. So we're going to mulligan that. 3-land Awakening Zone into Parallel Lives seems alright. If we can find the 4th land, so we'll keep. Isolated Chapel. Now see, it's going to enter tapped unless we control plains or swamp. But if we play that on turn 2, we don't have a turn 2 anyway. So I think I'm okay with that. So we'll keep that on top. And we'll play a fortified village. There's no reason to reveal that we have a forest. Let's see, we'll say good luck, have fun. The opponent. That's just polite. Emeria. Emeria the Sky Ruin. Might have been able to infer that from the angel avatar. Usually if people do some custom avatars, it says something about their playstyle. Honestly, I'm really only using Saheeli Rai because I played a tournament and won that avatar. It isn't like I actively sought that one out. It's just one that I had that was not the default. So I switched over to it. I mean, I do have Copycat built for Modern and Paper, so maybe that's what that's representing. We'll always yield to the Awakening Zone here. We'll go ahead and play a forest and get down to Parallel Lives. So we've got our token production, we've got our doubler. Let's see. I would imagine they're probably playing a lot of Wraths. Seraph of the Sword, 3/3 flying, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to it. Okay, that's fine. We're going wider than the angels are. Let's see. I don't think we want to play an Eldrazi Monument just yet. We'll take the damage again for another turn. In order to play this From Beyond, that way we're getting a lot more tokens, and then the sacrificing won't matter quite as much. Not that it really does once they have indestructible and will be able to block the angels all day. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of wraths that the deck is packing on their side, because if it's any kind of destroy effect, the indestructible really just kind of takes care of that for us. It needs to be something that exiles the tokens or puts them on like the bottom of the library or something like Hallowed Burial. Oh my. Well, I think here we have to go ahead and just get down the Eldrazi Monument. That way we can start blocking. Seraph Sanctuary. When it enters, you gain a life. When an angel enters, they gain a life, and they can tap it for colorless mana. I believe, yes, colorless. Okay, that's fine. Archangel of Tithes. Alright. Going to make actually attacking them a little more difficult. Alright, well there's no reason not to block here. We're just gonna block both of those. And we'll put our triggers on the stack. Probably should have stacked those better. Said I was going to do that and then didn't stack them properly anyway. We could have sacked one of the Summoning Sick Eldrazi spawn there, but we did not do that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play another From Beyond. If we get Vigilance with an Intangible Virtue, that's going to be great, because then we can actually start chipping in for some damage. Although, as long as the Archangel of Tithes... Oh, that's a fun little combo. Archangel of Thune and Seraph Sanctuary. Every time they play an angel, they're going to gain a life, which will then trigger the Archangel of Thune. That's cool. Alright. I screwed up again. I need to click the Eldrazi Monument first. That way it is the first on the stack and therefore the last to resolve. We'll just sack an Eldrazi Spawn. Lingering Souls, huh? Well, alright, so we've got 4, 8, 10, 14 mana in Eldrazi Spawn and Scions. We could go get Kozilek and play it. But I don't know about that just yet. I think I'd rather play out our hand first. That way we get the maximum value out of Kozilek. Wait, we need the black mana. So white, colorless. Actually, I should be sacrificing these. Colorless, Lingering Souls, and might as well flash back Lingering Souls. And we'll pass turn. Ideally, what will happen here, I don't like having this many Eldrazi Monuments in hand, that's terrible. But what'll ideally happen here, activated abilities on creatures your opponents control. What? Does that shut down my Scion sacrifice a creature for mana ability? Does that really shut down mana abilities? That's going to be very frustrating if that's the case. We'll stack this properly this time. Here we go. Always yes. I thought I did this. Oh, it's the other Awakening Zone. That's why. And always yield. And always yield. Sacrifice a creature. Okay, Path. Path is interesting here. So we Path Linvala, sacrifice one of the From Beyonds, go get Kozilek, play Kozilek, refill our hand, look for removal for Archangel of Tithes. Let's try that. I'm gonna Path Linvala. They get to go get another Plains and get closer to Emeria. So that's fine. We're going to sacrifice a From Beyond, paying a green and a colorless. Go get Kozilek. We want to be able to leave up white mana in case we get either another Path or an Oblivion Ring. But we'll just, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3. Sacrifice all the spawn first since they're weaker. Alright, so we're up to 5. Sacrifice the summoning sick ones. 9 mana, and we'll sacrifice one of the Scions for the 10th mana. Play Kozilek. We're going to fill our hand back up. Okay. So, we got another doubler, another From Beyond. Let's see, we can play this Woodland Cemetery. And tap 1, 2, 3 Oblivion Ring, exiling Archangel of Tithes. That way we don't have to pay for all of our attackers. And we get in with all except for 1, 2, 3, 4, in case they have removal. Maybe a couple more, just to be safe. I'd feel a lot better if we had vigilance off of the intangible virtue, but we did not draw one of those. There was argument, you know, for playing that if we happened to have drawn it off of Kozilek. However, we did not, but that's fine. Hopefully they'll play, let's see, a 6 mana. We don't have a 6 mana card to discard to Kozilek to counter this. That's fine though. So yeah, get some bigger dudes that are growing. Super cool for you, man. Alright. Eldrazi Monument on the stack. And then just stack the others like that. Get a bunch of tokens. Sacrifice one of the spawn. Let's see. We'll play Fortified Village. Don't have anything to reveal. Now let's see. This says lifelink. At the beginning of each combat, choose First Strike, Vigilance, or lifelink. So they could choose lifelink, in which case once we dealt them damage, let's see, 7, 14, 21. How much are we hitting them for? We could play a couple more Eldrazi monuments and make each of our dudes like 4/4s. They can block 4 of them. I think we win if we do that. It's kind of a risky line, and we totally win the long game here, I believe. So maybe that's wrong. But we have the chance to close the game out. I think I'm going to try. Why is there lag? What is with this lag? Come on, Moto. Don't crap out on me. Okay, and then sacrifice Scion, sacrifice Scion, sacrifice Spawn, sacrifice Spawn, sacrifice Spawn. Monument. And okay. Okay. So if they choose lifelink here, which they do, we did that math, they can gain, oh, and they have a path for Kozilek. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I guess we might as well go get a land. There's no reason not to. But let's see, we have 14 dudes. They can block 4. That's 10 of them getting in for 40 damage. That'll put them to 6. We have to be able to deal more than then 26 to negate the lifelink. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes. There's 16 getting in here, 20, 24, 28, leaving 3 blockers back. That's not enough. We need to still just wait, unfortunately. And I already... I chose attack. Have a bunch of life, opponent. This game. This is ridiculous. They're going to gain so much life. Hopefully they don't have like a Felidar Sovereign or whatever it's called, where they just win if they have more than 40 life. It's a shame we don't have any Wraths main deck. That would be very good in this situation. God, they're just going to gain so much life. Alright. Make a bunch of dudes. Sacrifice a spawn. Sacrifice a spawn. Come on, Moto. Come on, Moto. You can do it. I know this is a lot of triggers. Ghostly Prison. Well, that would certainly prevent them from attacking in if they wanted to play anything, but I don't know what else they're going to be playing at this point. Our goal is just to go wider than they can deal with. So we'll play Parallel Lives, and we'll play From Beyond. Wait a minute. Need to actually cast the From Beyond before we move to the next step. There's no real point in attacking here because they're just going to gain so much freaking life if we allow them to. We need to make sure that when we finally do this big ol' alpha strike, that it's going to be enough to kill them. So we'll just wait. We have 4 token producers with double doublers. So we're about to get a crap ton of tokens right here. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing this happen. Yep. Well, let's see. We can block, 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 and call that good. That should be plenty. Alright. Eldrazi Monument, Eldrazi Monument. So there wasn't actually a point to any of that, by the way, if anybody was paying attention there. These things don't actually take any combat damage, so I was just having a bit of fun there. I'll make a bunch of tokens. We're going to sacrifice a few of them. Anointed Procession? Let's hit this token limit. Oh my goodness. So, also, in reference to that, for those of you that do not know, there is a 200 token limit on Magic Online. So, as big as I'm going with this, it does have a cap. It's not like I can just make an infinite number of these things. Let's see. I have. Those are all summoning sick though. I think I'm still just going to wait. Bide my time. Make tokens. That's what we were here to do with this deck anyway. Might as well just see how many we can make. Our opponent's at a whopping 77 life. Oh, boy. They're going to gain so much life. Okay, we're not going to waste a bunch of time this time. They do have 3 cards in hand, and I want to ensure that they're still will end up being blockers, in case they have some kind of weird, like, exile target blocking creature. But then again, they're still already declared as blocked. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yep. Here we go again. Stack them triggers up. Goodness gracious. This deck, quite silly. Quite silly. As soon as we get an intangible virtue, I'm just going to start crashing in. There's no reason not to if I can leave a bunch of them back on blocking. Look at all these tokens. There's so many of them. There's so many of them. Forest. Well, we'll play the forest. Tap 2, play a treasure map. Might as well start trying to scry for, there's Township. Do we keep Township? That might put the game out of reach for them, actually. We're going to keep Township. If we can just keep growing all these dudes as well as going super wide, we might actually be able to kill them. This is so silly. They're at 109. We're at 3. But we have nearly an infinite amount of creatures in play right now. They have to pay mana to attack us. We're drawing Gavany Township next turn, which means we'll be able to put a +1/+1 counter on all of these dudes. Yep. Gosh, they're gaining so much life. We might break Moto with this game. I don't think Moto is prepared to handle this much going on on the board and life totals and all of that. Yep. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and stack our triggers and then respond with Treasure Map. Oh, I'll have to cancel my auto yields. Or I could just put an upkeep stop on if I can move the stack. Get there. Sacrifice a creature. Let's do spawns that have summoning sickness, as usual. Oh boy. Oh, and then I didn't even do the treasure map. I already knew that it was the township, though. But we still need to try to be digging for our intangible virtue as well. Having all of these have vigilance would be great. Also missing, or being able to avoid land drops at this stage in the game is great. Treasure map will also eventually flip and let us draw some extra cards. So we have to find the intangible virtues at some point. So much life. Eventually the map is going to work out in our favor though. I mean, it has to. We're eventually going to have 200 tokens that are all going to have like 10 power each. We're going to deal like 2,000 damage to our opponent when it's the Alpha Strike. Oh my lord. Lordy, lordy. Whew. So many dudes. So many dudes. Are we approaching token limit yet? 10, 20, 30. Ooh, Iona. They choose white. So we won't be able to cast the intangible virtue anyway, even if we draw it. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. As long as we have the Gavany Township to be able to keep growing the creatures that we're making every turn, I'm not very worried about where we're at. They have such huge angels. 22, 23 angel, and they're attacking me with 22, 22 lifelink vigilance flyings that cannot be dealt combat damage. They don't even decide to. I guess they're gonna just let us try to win the game here. It's probably for the best. If we go too much longer, we might break Moto. It's already getting kind of glitchy and slowing down. God, that's so many tokens. I think this might be the most tokens I've ever made in one game. This is pretty bonkers, honestly. Like, we've got triple Eldrazi Monument, and we're not even worried about it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do our scry for treasure map on our upkeep. That was good. That means we are not going to draw that land that we don't want. Get some treasures, and we'll be able to start using those to draw extra cards next turn. We'll go ahead. These cards are so tiny now because there's so much in play. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that we control. Alright, so they can block 5 of them. They'll be gaining hundreds of life. So we're still just we're gonna hold. We're gonna hold. And keep using this township. Once they get up to be about like 10 10s a piece, I'll feel better about that math. I mean, we've got so many of them though. Holy crap, I just noticed how many treasures we made. Oh, it's so good. We made 24 treasures. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna wake my daughter up. I need to be quiet. We flipped a treasure map and made 24 treasures. This is the best running of this deck. I'm so happy that I got this on camera. This is so good. It's so good. Alright, well, gain a bunch of life here. That's fine. We're gonna block with a Scion. Block with a Scion. Block with a Scion. Block with a Scion. Okay. It might be unnecessary to do that double blocking thing each time, but it just makes me feel better. I'm at 3. I can't really afford to take any damage here, but God, my opponent's at 191. They'll be gaining. Jeez, they'll be gaining about 130 life, just due to their life link when combat happens. So we need to be able to deal them 330 damage or so. And I think we might be able to do it. This thing is going so slow at this point. This is the most absurd, Reedeckulous game of Magic. Welcome to the channel. Let's see. Sacrifice a spawn. We're down to 6 minutes on our timer. We're going to end up losing this match simply because we're going to time out. But that's totally worth it to me. This footage is gold. I'm so happy. We'll sacrifice one of our 24 treasures to draw a card. Play a Temple of Plenty. Scry. From Beyond. I think we're actually going to put that to the bottom. We really don't need it at this point. 1, 2. Come on, mana. Tap. Tap, tap, tap. It's so slow. Put a counter on a bunch of my dudes. Yep. And see, the thing is we're producing so many that have summoning sickness that we really don't have to worry about using our attack with all feature, because the ones with summoning sickness won't attack, they'll be back to block anyway, and there's more than enough of them. So we can start crashing in here. From 191, let's see what happens to our opponent here. Jeez Louise, look at that red zone. It's just a solid bar across the top of Moto. So they're going to block a bunch here. They're going to gain a crap ton of life. And then we'll see what we knock them down to. They go up to 312 life. Oh, it's so good. This is the kind of Magic that I love playing. Like super competitive stuff at tournaments. You all have your fun. Spikes, I love you, more power to you. But this to me is how Magic should be played. It's just silly and over the top. GG, we hit them down to negative 390. Oh, that's the best. That's the best. I don't think we can top that. We're gonna bring in Journey to Nowheres. We'll bring in Cast Out and Day of Judgment. Yup. Let's see. Go down Legion Landing. Srom's Expertise, Growing Rights, Parallel Lives, Anointed Procession, Kozilek, and a From Beyond. I mean, we're still going to try to play. I don't know how much time I have left on my timer, though. I didn't actually look. 5 minutes. We're going to try it. We're going to try it. I'm going to try it. Come on, opponent. Let's play some Magic. I'm going to keep We just got to play a lot faster in game 2 than that ridiculous grindy game 1 that we had. Alright, so here we're going to Marsh Flats, and we're going to go get a Canopy Vista. We draw another Lingering Souls. Yes, that is great. That is so good. Alright, crack Marsh Flats. Get Canopy Vista. Pass turn. Next turn, Isolated Chapel, Intangible Virtue. Turn after that, Lingering Souls. Yes, we'll turn off the upkeep stop. We don't need that anymore. Chapel. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Faster gameplay. Faster, faster. Gotta go fast. Intangible Virtue down. Go. Next turn, Lingering Souls. Turn after that, Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls. Go. If we can draw another land and go Sram's Expertise into Lingering Souls again, we might have an aggressive enough clock that we can try to outrace them. Land? Path to Exile. Alright, so Temple of Plenty. We're going to scry. Township to the top, for sure. Yes, yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. Lingering Souls. Go to combat. Swing 4. We might be able to do it. Next turn we'll be able to Sram's Expertise into, I guess, a Ghostly Prison, or maybe a Path to Exile if they play a dude here. Oh, we're gonna try to race him. We gotta try to do it. They've got 5 mana. What are they doing? Come on. Do you have a Wrath or something? Wrath of God, there it is. Alright. Fine, yes. That's good. Gavany Township. So we're going to doop, 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 doop. We're going to play Sram's Expertise. And we're going to play Ghostly Prison. I actually probably tapped that wrong. We should have left up Path to Exile. Oh, well. Thing is, if they play like Iona on white, I think we still lose. Because we won't be able to flashback our Lingering Souls to make enough tokens. Oblivion Ring, targeting probably Intangible Virtue. Yeah, that's smart. That's fine though, because we still have the Eldrazi Monument and they don't know about that. So we will see, we need to maximize the damage that we're getting in for here. So we'll play Eldrazi Monument. And we'll attack with all of our servos. Get in there, guys. Next turn we flashback Lingering Souls. Get 2 more dudes. I mean, we might just end up timing out. That's a very real possibility. We only have 3 minutes left on the clock. End step. Okay, always yield. Sack a creature. Yes. Okay. We're going to flashback Lingering Souls. Going to Journey to Nowhere, the Archangel. Yep. Oops. Go to combat. Swing. Put them to 10. So let's see what they have here. Seraph of the Sword. That's fine. Gain a couple life. On their end step, we're going to be able to path it. Path. Cloud Shift. Sure. So our path is fizzled, but that's fine. Let's see, we sacrifice a random servo. Let's see, we go 1, 2, 3, O-ring, their O-ring, get back our intangible virtue. Flashback Lingering Souls. Attack. They take 6 here. Putting them to 8. We are really putting them to the test here. We have 1 minute and 45 seconds left on our clock. What do they play here? Archangel of Tithes. I mean, that's strong. It's another blocker. It's going to keep them alive, because we have to pay our mana to be able to attack them at all. Oh, and we have to sacrifice a creature. I forgot about that. Alright, let's see. So we play Fortified Village here. No. Okay. We go to combat. We attack with all creatures. Pay 4. Yes. They go to 4. A Chroma. Oh no, a Chroma. A Chroma's good. Yeah. That's another blocker that I can't really deal with. We're going to get in for 3. If we top deck a Wrath, then we win. We gotta hold out hope for that. Sacrifice a creature. Lingering Souls. Well, we'll play a Lingering Souls. Flashback Lingering Souls. Pass the turn. 55 seconds left on the clock. There wasn't a point in attacking there because they have 3 blockers. We had 3 dudes that weren't summoning sick. So here, Skirmisher, that's going to give them the lifelink, which means we absolutely have to top deck a Wrath here. If we top deck a Wrath, this will be the greatest win of all time. If we do not, then we're going to lose the match due to timing out. So, all in, son. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Holy shoot. Holy guacamole, man. That's a freaking Day of Judgment. I think we just win here. No way. No way. That's too good. With 36 seconds left on the clock. GG, homie. That was the best. I'm so glad I got that on camera. Reedeckulous magic show. Scions in Modern against Angels, and that was some of the most ridiculous gameplay. And I hope you all love this video as much as I loved to record it. It was a blast. I highly recommend this deck. Check it out. It's down here. Scions. Yeah, have fun, guys, with it. It's awesome.